Effective immediately on April 10th, 2020, WWE has released The Revival. And no, guys, it's not an April Fool's joke. If you guys want more pro wrestling news, make sure you guys click that subscribe button, ring the bell. This way you could get notified literally on all of the content here on Destination Pro Wrestling. As you guys know, YouTube doesn't always push out the content, but it is really important for you guys to get the content. It helps me and it helps you guys, especially during this quarantine. Now, it is not an April Fool's joke, and honestly, for The Revival, today really is a Good Friday because they have been released by WWE. And it is actually shocking. I did not think this was going to happen. There was time left on their contract, but collectively, Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder have been released from the company. Now, if that's all you guys wanted to know, you could totally click off this video, but this is a big deal. And it's a big deal for many reasons because, one, these guys have been trying to get released from WWE for a while. They've been taken off the road. It's been a very interesting career for them in WWE, especially seeing how talented they were in NXT, only to be pretty much buried on the main roster. And when I say buried, I don't want to say they were a failure because WWE definitely gave them opportunity. And anybody who does not want to acknowledge that, I think you are playing a little bit of a bias against WWE. But what I do want to mention is that they were buried in the sense that WWE never really gave them the ball and let them run the plays. They gave them some opportunities. They obviously executed it, but it wasn't anything to be excited about. Now, what is the future of The Revival? I think at this point, it's very clear that we're going to see The Revival go to All Elite Wrestling and New Japan Pro Wrestling. I don't know if this is a situation where WWE can really prevent that from happening. Obviously, there is going to be a 90-day clause, which if we look at the calendar, it's April, especially with all the travel and stuff with, indie wrestling and wrestling shows being canceled at this time. I don't see how they're going to come back, even if there wasn't like a 90-day thing. But, May, June, July, around July would be when they can debut. So I'm going to just throw this out there. We could revisit this. I'm going to say Revival. Let's see the calendar. July. July 1st would be a Wednesday. So that wouldn't happen. So they wouldn't technically be able to debut until July 15th. But AEW could very well get The Revival at this point. I'm just shocked that it's actually happened. I didn't think it was going to happen. But this is a big deal because WWE at this point is starting to release people. Maybe it has some of the financial, maybe it helps the current climate of WWE financially due to the pandemic. I'm not sure. But WWE did wish them future endeavors, so that is interesting. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Just some quick news. The Revival has been released from WWE very seriously. I guess the word that I'm looking for is I'm very seriously interested in what happens next. I think that's the phrase I want to put out there because they've kind of tweeted and touted that they would be going to AEW, but will they really go to AEW? That's the spot for me if I were to put them anywhere. But another WWE loss is a huge AEW gain, and we'll see what happens, guys. Let us know what you think in the comment section down below, and I'll see you next time. Take care.